Welcome back. Satisfactory. So glad you're here. Hey, we're finishing up our train station service layer on our computer complex. And I realized I could suffer and figure out exactly the height of this, which is about 20 wall heights, by the way, and build down, or I could just have a perfectly flat location here and build up. So we're going to build up. But in order to make that happen, we need to put 4 train stations in this area right here so we can collect our various parts that we need to make the computer complex go. Everything from quick wire to silica to quartz crystals, frames, steel pipes, concrete. It all needs to come in to this location. One thing that we want to do is to make sure that we maintain this line. Now I want to do that just so if I decide to build more trains, more train tracks, that we can connect to this directly. And I want to put in lots of little connections like this so I can do various splits and mergers. Okay. The first thing I want to do is just get this line right here. Will just go straight. Ooh. Oh, good thing I checked. I was about to fall off. This is just going to provide us a straight through path through the system. And then we'll put 2 stations on one side and 2 stations on the other side. All right. First thing we want to do, we know we need to go from this side to this side. As soon as it'll let us do it. That. And then we know we need to go from this side to that side. Just as soon as we can. Oh, I didn't click that in quite correctly. Let's try that again. Side works so perfectly and easily. Let's try going from this side to the other side. Let's try the opposite way. Just so we don't keep trying to do the same thing over and over again. There we go. So now both sides of this track can connect to both sides of this track. We can go, we're using right-hand drive, so we can drive in here, and then if we need to get to these 2 sides, these 2 train stations, we can. If we need to get to these 2, we can. We're going to need a few more. At least one more of these. But at this point, At this point, the ability to get to the right track is already done. So now we just need to widen this. Over there is our biomass factory. Some of our Christmas factory, our iron plate factory. That's where we have our modular frames. Just so you can get a sense of where we are in the game, or in the world. All right, so we need to zoop our way. Oops. Let's widen this. Who knows how wide it needs to be. We definitely know it needs to be deep. Because we want 2 train stations and 4 platforms. So we use that as our starting point. Like I keep saying, this will be maintained all the way through. But for the purposes of our build right now, this is basically a terminating connection. We're going to peel off, dump out, back out. Like when you're driving on this side, I want you on that side of the road. When you're driving on this side, I want you on that side of the road. Now the question is, I want to build a train station this way. So if we ever do build anything on this side of it, we can still make use of it. But we need to turn this in such a way that's going to allow us to connect 2 of these. So we are going to need some distance. Question is how much? It's always the question. Let's give ourselves half a foundation of space. Uh-oh. Wrong direction. This one needs to be this way. Actually, I'm losing confidence in that. Let's move it further down the line a little bit. Train station's way bigger than I think. Theoretically, I want another one of these right next to it, but we also want to leave room to collect the goods, so let's build one of the freight platforms. I don't think we want to drop the goods this way. Do we? Good news is we know nothing is going in. I think before we make that choice, let's build some more. Want to at least see what the spacing is like. So I could dump the stuff off right here on this station. Like this. And then hold on 1 second. I need to get this organizational. Then I could put an industrial storage right here. Too sharp. Right, and then from there I could lift it up and go about our day. Let's double check that. Right, and so it's basically the same thing again. Put it right on the middle. Could say line it up with the input. Well, that's a little too close. One of these will have to be a sidestep. But I think this will work. Now let's see if we can connect the train station. If I want to connect it back here, Like this. Or do I want to leave room for the second one? Let's leave room for the second one. Then we'll come in here. As close as we can, we're going to build this other station. This side, we're going to dump out over here. And then we'll connect that. Well, that's actually not bad. Right, so right-hand rule, obviously. That train right there. You know what? Comes in, hits the right turn signal, switches over again. Comes in and unloads. And then when it unloads, in order to really test that out, we'd have to soup some more. Wait a minute. What's this? That platform's in backwards. Move this train. I can get on it. Okay, now we're looking at all 4 items ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need station. This is actually the station that we're going to make use of here. If you're ever looking at the station, you want to know which way it goes. It points with this little area, right? So I can tell by looking at this side, it's kind of pointing this way. So that means it comes in here. And then if I wanted to bring in a train from the other direction, like this, I know that this train station points this way, and we'll access these 4 freight platforms that way. Right, so all 4 freight cars are ready to go, and then when we turn around, we just activate this engine. We're back off to the races. I think I like this. Now the question is, can you do it again? I don't know if this is abusing the system, but what I do know is you can only connect and you can only put signals on segments. So smaller segments means more flexibility. When I'm going through large, longer areas, you know, where I'm just trying to make the connections happen or trying to cover distance, then I use the longest possible rail that I can. How many did I go? What I should do, I should just count the squares on this side. $11. So I've got 5. That means I need 6 more. Sorry, this is just a zoop fest. You know what? Let's try to do a couple things at the same time here. Oh man, I burned through a bunch of concrete. I love the concrete foundation, but it costs you extra concrete to use it. 7 total units of stuff. If you use the factory floor, then you mix it in with some of the iron plates. So I think, just kind of using my mind's eye here, that we have all... The only train I have on the track right now is the train that we're dealing with, our little test train. I should be able... Let's get in here and set this to computer complex. Crystal. Oh. Silica. Oh my goodness. We'll make it the comp complex. Right, and then to start, all we want to do Wait a minute, how does this work? Open train menu, timetable. Didn't I see a timetable option? Yeah, this is the only downside, is that you end up with lots of train stations if you make all of your train stations bi-directional. Basically, each train station is two stations now. So we've got our Crystal Silica Complex over here. We want to go there. And then we want to drop it off on the complex Silica. Oh... Go to the Crystal Silica Complex. Yes. Come back here. Yes. Is that it? I think that's all I want to do. That might be it. Crystal Silica Complex. No. I've sushi built myself by having multiple things, like silica and crystals. But I can't really control it on the load and unload. But I can control it, what happens after that. We'll think about that. But I think that's it. So we'll let that go. And we'll see if we come back to a huge chunk of crystals and silica while we finish this build out over here. I think that's probably one too far away. Even though looking at it, I kind of like it better with an extra space. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Hopefully the train's not coming back yet. We gotta change these over to unload. Oh, speaking of which, train's coming back right now. Oh, probably shouldn't stand on that loader while it's gonna try to load. There's our silica. More silica. Quartz crystals and quartz crystals. And then he immediately took off for more. we might not be able to pull the stuff out of here fast enough, but that's a whole different problem we're going to have to deal with. The train station-y part of this is working. Obviously. Our bi-directional train blueprint worked out great. Four on that side, four on this side. We gotta do one more of these and we will be done. So the trains that are coming in on the right side correctly will pause here and wait for any trains that are coming out to exit. But you theoretically could, if the train was over there going this way, theoretically could set signals so that this train coming in on this side could go at the same time. And see, while it's loading, it stops outputting, which is why you want a buffer. So if we were building, we would build from this. We would always have supply coming in. And right now we're already showing that we are trying to load more than we can actually handle. I'm going to get a ride on this. We'll turn this into a train factory tour. Sorry. I'm talking extra loud now. It's just clipping. Don't mean to do that. Let me turn the train down a little bit. So on the right there, or on the left, that's where we're going to load in our modular frames and our copper sheets. There's our plastic and rubber factory. But before we get there, there's a quick wire factory that we're going to build over there. There's a deuterium node right there on that shelf. So that's another station. Uh-oh. Should not have switched lanes there. This is where we're going to pick up our plastic and rubber. And then over here is where we pick up our silica and quartz crystals. I need to double back though and change that signaling. So this was the one regrettable place. Here, it's too long. Right? I mean, it's running way too long on the wrong side of the track. Switches over here. I think this direction's going to be fine. But somewhere in here it switched incorrectly. Ah, right here. Speaking of switching incorrectly, that also switched incorrectly, but quite literally saved my life. So let's see. On this one, go that way. I think we've discovered a nightmare level problem. We're gonna try not to worry about it right now. All right, so now that is going that way, and then this. We don't want you to switch. Unfortunately, I don't think I can set each train to control its own switching. So this could be a problem. Unless, is that what the... No, the signals just allow you to go to a segment or not a segment. Right, and over here, see these train tracks? They're going to go over here to this Caterium mine, and we're going to have a Caterium factory in this area. We're going to smelt it, and we're going to add some water from over here. And we're going to turn it into quick wire. And we'll come down these tracks at a high rate of speed. It doesn't make sense though. Why have switches? Why have switches at all if you can't switch them? You know? Obviously, that train that I just set, I don't want it to go in here. I want it to go straight by this, and then I want the other train that needs to deal with the station to go into this station. Pick up and load, and then proceed. Gonna have to do some research on that one. My history with train games sometimes makes me think that things are different than they actually are. Right, and here's the problem. Yeah, it's gotta be a default situation. Because this won't work. I might be realizing that this whole plan is faulty. How depressing would that be? Look at that. This train's coming in on the left side. I'm going to set up another train. I'm going to set up another train, and I'm going to put it... Of course, I might not have the signals to support another train. This is unwise. We have the plastic and rubber that we know we want to collect. Someone reminded me that you could use the E key to cycle through like items. I've been trying to do that a little bit more. It is pretty nice. Free freight. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we want this guy connected like that. And then we want to set this train station, but on this side only, to complex. I think I want plastic. And then these 4 sections will be to unload. It is going to worry me though that this train's going to come back on the right, on the left side. Okay, there it is. I see it coming. We're going to jump over this train. It's not going to be an issue. Why is it coming back on this side? Yes, if you have a jetpack, you don't have to wait to the last minute. It's kind of awesome that that works. But why is this switching back to this side? I'm gonna have to debug this train. Right, so right-hand drive here. Coming in on this side. By the time you get there, it's already too late. Ah, here it is. That should fix it. Do I see the train coming back on this side too? Boy. Making some very basic mistakes here. Sorry, this is a lot of running. This is also a lot of me worried that we're not going to be able to set this train system up the way I thought. I really don't want to have to send every train through every station. But that would be the results. If these switches work the way they seem to be working. Oh, I see. When you pull out, I didn't direct that correctly. So you get in, then you come out on this track. At this point, switch. Wait, at this point it's correct. Right-hand drive. Needs to come back on the left, which it now is. Oh boy. We'll see if we can delete those or what it's going to take to make that work. Let's open the train menu. Edit the timetable. Plastic rubber complex. To... Oh, see? When you're naming a train station, at least in the current Update 7 build and Update 6, you have to make sure that you press Enter. So this is the complex plastic. Enter. Then close. Now we're editing to this timetable. We want to go and pick up plastic rubber. We want to drop it off at plastic. Save it. And theoretically, turn on self-driving and we're done. But it should... The fact that this is even working It's a little worrisome. There's no signaling on this. I haven't put any blocks. I haven't put any signals. Okay. Good. Signaling is automated. I'm going to try to switch to the new front of the train here. But I also want to get a peek at... Okay, so the other train is getting kind of close. Uh-huh. Yeah, so we're gonna we're getting extremely lucky right now. What you would want to do eventually is to put all the trains on the same schedule. But just as a proof of concept, though it's coming in on the left side, which I don't like. As a proof of concept, this is working perfectly. I am going to turn off self-driving, though. All right, I think we got it. We've got the train station. It's possible that if you switch the switches on the train, then it works as you would expect. But right now, we've got a minor tweak to make on the left-hand drive. And then we'll be in a good spot. And then obviously, I don't need to show you again connecting these over here like this, right? But hey, we're here. Let's do it. And that's how you have 4 train stations feeding your central repository. We're really going to have to speed up these belts. But other than that, I think that's what we're going to do for today. I'll come back once we have this connected. I'll probably tweak this up a little bit. And then I'll tweak this up a little bit off camera, and then we'll come back to it. I'm also going to have to go through and figure out signaling. Also, I got to figure out why these guys are coming back on the wrong side of the tracks. They're supposed to come back on the other side. I want them on this side of the track, so that way we can send out new stuff on the other side of the track. But that's all something that I'll do in between videos. But for now, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.